Hello again! This is the weather in East Lothian. Actually, this bit's actually in Berwickshire. East Lothian's on the other side of the border there. So this is our second film from last Sunday. Out with the lads on the bikes. So I'm going to do a film just from here back to Garvald on the Johnscluke Road. Johnscluke is a little hill farm where the single-track road accesses. So it's certainly been a windy day so far. Seems to be a lot of work going on up there. Hills have still got some heather and bloom on them. Look at that for a view, eh? Fantastic. So it's not really rained since we were last here. So it'll be interesting to see. That's only 2 weeks though. It'll be interesting to see how much the water has went down. So, look at the beach goes all the way round it now. So down there would have one time been Milnow Farm and the old school. They knocked them down and then they flooded it in the 60s for drinking water. There's a bit of the road, I don't know if you can see that in the video. That's the original road that went through. See it there. Hopefully you can see that. That's low, but you can see that. If you go down there, the tarmac is actually in better condition than this tarmac. It's hilarious. Yeah, that's low. Look at that. Bone dry. So that's dropped since 2 weeks ago. Drop a gear. Sometimes the high gearing isn't good, which it isn't like it's on this road. So we'll go right here for Garvald. We did this just a couple of rides ago, you'll remember. But good to get the bikes on film. I do like coming up the Lammermuir Hills. You can see why. Good. Brilliant. Surprising amount of folk that are out in the hills though, walking. So we've lucked out with the weather, it's not rained. It was forecast the odd shower, but it'd probably been that strong winds kept it away. There used to be a footbridge here when we were kids, white wooden footbridge right there, because that used to be very wet and it would flood across in winter. See if you can remember the white footbridge, anyone? Well, it was a good 6-7 foot tall when you were up walking on it. So the walls in John's Clough House, I've said this before, it's got walls that are partly 7 or 8 foot thick, solid, because it used to smoke herring. It was a smokehouse. I read that somewhere, some history book. The lambs are big now. I like how they've left the Ford crossing here and the try your brake sign. Oh, brilliant road though. Getting a few potholes on it though. On a road like this, Trav's Bullet 500 will just be on the one gear with the torque it has. He'll just be rolling the throttle on and off while we're changing gears. That thing's so torquey. Not much water in the burn there. What I've not been seeing when we've been riding up here is a lot of grouse, which makes me think that there's not a lot of grouse this year, which possibly could also mean that the adders have done well this year at being dry, and of course adders eat the grouse chick eggs, but eat the chicks if they get a hold of them as well. But possibly. Don't know if there's been a lot of shooting this year or not. Maybe someone can add a comment on that if they know anyone involved in it all. But there's where you get your heather honey. There's beehives there. The boys got some honey at the shop when we're down at the honey farm. I wouldn't be surprised if the heather for those hives goes down there. The heather? The honey. Can't hear the other bikes today because of the wind. Excuse me. can hear mine okay, that's the main thing. There we go. Getting back home. What a view. So I'm off tomorrow, but I won't be out riding, but I will probably change my back brake pads on the bike, and I will grease the swing arm, and I'm supposed to change the brake fluid as well at 20,000 mile service. Does it need done? I don't think I've ever changed brake fluid in a motorbike that's like under 5 or 6 years old. I can flush it through. I might just leave it and do it during the winter. It's only transport if it's, well, it's not my only preferred transport to go to work, so best not risk it. Oh, what are we stopping for? Something coming up. Are they waiting for us? Ah, it's a car. Good place to come when you're learning. Drive the roads, you can drive anywhere. So this year, partner G hasn't got our paddleboard down there this year. Thornton's Reservoir. It's a good reservoir to paddleboard on if it's a windy day like this, because it's actually sheltered. Unlike Whiteadder, it's very open, exposed to all elements. You just park down here at the farm and you can walk down. There it is there. I don't know if you just seen that or not, probably not. Glimpse of it again. This takes us down to Carfrae, of course, down to the monastery. There it is, there's the reservoir there. It's rife with adders around that reservoir up in the wood. There's a wood up here which is planted as a big square, a cross, sorry, which probably has something to do with Carfrae, right enough. Look on the OS map, you see it. I've been sitting looking through my OS maps the other night, start looking, plotting some routes for when we're out and about, so I actually know what I'm looking at. You forget place names if you don't keep your hand in it at all. That burns bone dry there. BMW owner, never waved as usual, but he left his indicator on. Just saying. Never see hardly anyone outside anymore when you go past there. But it's full of folk. Spot of rain. Give you a wee wipe just in case you've hit the lens. Well, we keep filming for a bit. We're not even at 20 minutes yet. 17 minutes or something. Film. Do a bit out of Garvald. We've got the other bikes. Little tractor. All fields I think are all cut now. All been cut last week, last month. It's so dry to get on, get it done I guess. Just getting the tail side of a wee shower off that big cloud up there. Remember they were combining this field last time I was here. Tailwind! The difference. Feels like the bike's got an extra 10 horsepower. So I've nothing else to report about that's been happening. September though is a nice month. You get some good weather. It's darker earlier, it's dark by... car lights are on by 8:30 now, dark at 9. It means if you do want to go and get sunset pictures or film or whatever, you're not out too late if you're working the next day. Excuse me. I say it and I've said it again, I'll say it again. That stent conversion's beautiful. If you could own all that, if you had the money, you'd also want to own the field to have your playing with all your toys, your bikes, and for me military kit. Always good views from up the top of Trafain Law, up there. If you want to save yourself a walk though, just get a drone and stick it up for the car park and you can see the same thing. It is windy. Well, it was forecast. Right, I'm going to knock this in the head because we've been on a wee while now. So, once again, thank you, and we'll see you. Probably a commuting film next week. Dark in the mornings though, but I might still film. Put the little lights setting on. Because I've just put in a Philips white bulb. Remember I had a bulb that blew on the dip, so I had to put the stock bulb back in. And it was a bit, you don't realise how pure it is until you use one. Anyway, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching everyone. Bye for now.